friends, welcome to my very first YouTube video. My gosh, I've been overthinking this whole YouTube thing for a while, and today I decided to just go for it, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Today I will be showing you guys and flipping through my 2023 study journal. But before we get into that, I do want to talk briefly about what notebook I'm using because I know a lot of you guys are interested in that. So this is the Hobonichi Cousin A5, and this is what it looks like without the cover. All covers are also from Hobonichi, and you can get it from their website. And I actually do love all of their planners and notebooks. That everything that I use for daily living is from them as well. Let me go grab those real quick. I have their Tall and Slim, or what's better known as the Hobonichi Weeks, that I use for like daily checklists, things to do, and stuff like that. And I also have their smaller size original, so this is the A6, and I use this one for memory keeping. Anyways, on to the journal flip through. Okay, so on the cover pages of my study journal, I did just decorate it with a few things. So on here I have pictures from Pioneer School, this one with the whole class, and this one is a group picture of everybody from our hall that attended. And then over here I have a sticker from Ginger's Five and Dime with a girl reading through her Bible, and I thought that was really appropriate for what this notebook is going to be used for. Alright, so on the next page we have the calendars for the current year, the past year, and the next year. So if you can see, I actually don't use the previous year's calendar at all, but I know a lot of people who use stickers to cover up this page so they can have more room for writing. For the current and next year, I do just use it for logging important spiritual events. I sometimes backdate it, and sometimes I do like a future log. So for example, for 2024, I already have the memorial date on here and their circuit assembly dates because it has been announced, but that's about all I use this page for. I don't really look at it too often. The next few pages, I'm not really sure what it's called. Maybe Calendex or like quarterly. But a lot of people I see use this as a calendar, so they put important events like anniversaries and stuff like that. Or they use it as an index, so they can see what they wrote on their daily pages. I have also seen other people use it as their habit trackers, mood trackers, which is where I got the idea from to use it as my ministry tracker. More on that later, but for now I wanted to show you the top and bottom. On the top we have 3 track boxes, so I just set myself goals, spiritual goals for the month, and write them on there and check them off as I accomplish them. For the bottom, I just put my ministry totals on here. You know, my hours, Bible studies, return visits, video showings, and placements. But we don't do that anymore, so I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with this area for this year. But if you guys have any suggestions, please do let me know. I would love to hear it. As of January 2024, I am using this to track my daily Bible reading because I want to prioritize that this year, or at least for January, and we'll see how it goes. For the actual ministry tracker part, I enjoy this one very much. So what I do is plan my hours for the following month to make sure I get my 50. I plan what days I'm going out and how many hours I'm going out for. I indicate that by highlighting it on the tracker, and each box for me represents an hour. And then on the day of, I shade in the parts that I actually go out for. Here's a close-up example of that. We have the month of March. It does look like I didn't plan on going out on the 1st, but ended up doing service for 2 hours, which is really good. And then March 4th, I think, and 5th. Those are the weekends. And at that time, I was planning to go out for long service days on the weekends because those were my days off. But it does look like it wasn't working out for me. So I was able to plan for the next month and plan for like shorter-ish weekend service days and go out more frequently on the weekdays. Alright, so up next we have the monthly calendars. I didn't really get to use this one. I tried using it as my ministry planner, so I put what kind of ministry I was going to do for the day and who I'm going to be with. But it just didn't stick. So I think for next year, I'm going to be using this as an index, so I can easily look for my notes if I ever want to look back at it. So on to my absolutely favorite part of this whole journal, and if I'm being honest, this is probably the only reason why I keep buying a Hobonichi. It's the vertical weeklies. And it's really designed to plan your hours of the day throughout the week. But, I just totally ignore that and do my own thing. So I use this area for writing my daily text notes and stuff I want to pray for because I don't want to be repetitive. And I also want my prayers to be like a well-prepared incense for Jehovah. So this has been really good for me. I also tried doing spiritual trackers on this empty space, but I just keep forgetting to fill them out. And as you can see, sometimes I don't even do my daily texts on this journal. But the intentions are there. You're gonna see a lot of this from me. So basically, it seems like around the weekend, I do slip off of my spiritual routine, so a lot of blanks on that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And some days I don't even try, as you can also see. Just because sometimes it's so much easier to do it on the phone. So there was a time that I used the vertical weekly, how you're supposed to use it, and this was the goal. But the end result was this. Needless to say, I never did it again. The daily pages. So basically what I did here is just write notes of what I studied for that day. So for example, Watchtower study on Saturday, public talk on Sunday. Spiritual gems. At the end of January, I did actually get sick, so there's not really much on here. And there are also some pictures of people, so I might have to skip through that or blur it out. You guys have seen some of these spreads from my Instagram page. But basically, what I study for the day: morning worship, questions from readers, watched a video from Gilead graduation, family worship, and stuff like that. Was a design. I just wrote the notes on there. As you can see, I start doing more digital, like studying for my Watchtower, so that has been removed from here. It's my circuit assembly notes. You guys saw my very latest one. Just flip through that real quick. Which is this. I told you guys it looked amazing, and it's not. It doesn't always end up like that. So here is my very first assembly notes from back in May. As you can see, I tried doing calligraphy for the title, which didn't leave me a lot of time to actually listen and take notes on the talk. And that is actually why I decided to make the sticker titles for my own benefit. But yeah, as you can see, my notes are not always that aesthetic. May and June is going to be a little bit more bare because that's around the time I was actually studying for my pioneer school. But there are some bits in there that I tried to backfill. I'll show you guys those. I do use the blank pages to test out my stickers and see what I can improve on before I put it in my shop. Alright, so around October was when I was kind of getting back on track with my study routine. And that is one, because of the assembly and how my notes turned out so well. And two, because I got new inks from Ferris Wheel Press. And they are so pretty. And I just wanted to keep on writing. Alright, and that is all I have for you guys today. Please let me know what other videos you would like to see or how I can improve. But thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how long this video is gonna be after all editing, but if you made it through the end, thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you again next time.